So I'm sure you know about how smooth the process was of Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard. And of course you know how sarcastic I am being when I say smooth. It was obviously not a smooth process at all. The whole thing took about a year and a half. It finally concluded October of last year, but man, the FTC, that is the Federal Trade Commission in the US, yeah, there was a lot of pushback from them when Microsoft was trying to acquire this very big company for $69 billion. And of course that's why it took so long for Microsoft to finally gain the approval to purchase this large company, because among the European Commission and the UK Competition and Markets Authority, the big one was definitely the FTC. They brought up a lot of points about how, hey, Microsoft might use this to gain an upper hand with Activision Blizzard, and in turn, it could be tough on competition. Xbox could really have a monopoly on things. They could really jack up their prices once they have all of these products at their disposal. So yeah, it seems like it was just yesterday, but yeah, it's been 9 months now since Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard. And yeah, I don't know if you've heard, but Xbox, it was kind of recently big news. They've kind of changed up some of the pricing. With Xbox Game Pass, they've kind of added different tiers. There's different ways you can go about purchasing it and getting these recurrent payments. And overall, people are saying, yeah, they've kind of jacked up the prices. So for example, among all of the tiers of Game Pass, the main one is the Game Pass Ultimate. That's where you get the PC and the console Game Pass, where you get all the games on day one. So that's going from $16.99 to $19.99 US dollars. That is starting this month. The PC Game Pass is also going up in price, and then I guess they're adding a new tier called the Standard tier. That's going to be replacing the console tier. That's going to be almost the same price as what the console tier was, I believe. So yeah, Game Pass just has more tiers now. It's a lot more complex than what it was years ago when it first started. But overall, the prices are going up. Now, Microsoft can obviously make the claim that, hey, this is because they're increasing the amount of games on Xbox Game Pass and the quality due to having Activision Blizzard on their roster. Now, Call of Duty is going to be released day one on Game Pass. But today, the FTC kind of countered that. They kind of stepped back into the conversation that they were having a year ago about their issues with Activision Blizzard being purchased by Microsoft. So today, they have made the claim, the argument, that Microsoft is increasing their prices for Game Pass while removing the most valuable games from Game Pass. Now, I don't know if what they're talking about there is maybe referring to that new Standard tier of Game Pass that isn't going to have games on day one, and that I believe is going to be $14.99 a month. And so the FTC is coming out today and basically saying, hey, this is exactly what we were arguing a year or two ago, and that now the average gamer or the average consumer of these gaming products, they are now seeing the unfortunate results of what they are seeing as Xbox having an upper hand on things. So yeah, ultimately, even though things kind of settled in October of last year and Microsoft was able to purchase Activision Blizzard, it would seem that the US Federal Trade Commission is continuing to express its argument that they disapprove of this. Whether or not you side more with the FTC or Microsoft in this situation, Game Pass on Xbox is looking better than ever, and it's probably only going to get better, but it would seem that is all coming with more complex tiers and overall price increases.